It's as it was in April, with very little between Benjamin Netanyahu of the Likud party and his challenger, Benny Gantz of the Blue and White Alliance. Gantz, a former head of the military, appeared out of nowhere last year. With no political experience, he rapidly rose in the polls, winning 35 seats in April. While his policies aren't too different from the Prime Minister's, his appeal may come from simply not being Netanyahu. Gantz says he wants to unite a divided country while railing against corruption and bad governance. In a few weeks' time, prosecutors are expected to decide whether to indict Netanyahu in 3 corruption cases. He's denied wrongdoing. He's called the investigations a political witch hunt. He's trying to galvanize his supporters, ramping up talk of the annexation of parts of the occupied West Bank, portraying himself as Israel's Mr. Security with some unexpected humor.
שומר עליכם. בים, באוויר, ביבשה, בכל מקום שצריך להיות מוכן.
No single party's ever won a majority, so coalition governments are the norm. And that's why there could be a decisive role for Avigdor Lieberman. Once a die-hard colleague of Netanyahu, a member of Likud for years, in this election, he may be the kingmaker. He leads the Yisrael Beitenu party and refused to back Netanyahu in April when the Prime Minister needed seats to establish a majority. In taking a stand, his supporters soared.
He is, like many immigrants from the former Soviet Union, he represents a right-wing view in terms of foreign affairs and policy. On the other hand, a very secular stance. So he's somewhere in between the left and the right, which is more religious and hawkish.
And while there's talk from candidates about security, annexation of occupied land and threats from abroad, the one thing apparently missing from the dialogue is anything to do with the rights of Palestinians. The issue that once dominated Israeli elections now seems to be a political sideshow. Francis Collins, TRT World, in occupied East Jerusalem.